Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You're welcome to place a folded up blanket, pillow, or block beneath your sit bones if that would help you feel a little more comfortable and spacious. Allow the eyes to close and take a few big circles with the shoulders, bringing them up towards your ears, pressing them back behind you, and allowing them to drop. Let your awareness fall onto your breath and allow that breath to draw you inside of yourself. As your breath slowly, progressively becomes deeper, fuller, notice its chosen pathways, how it flows like a river through your internal peaks and valleys, how it swirls and stagnates. Let the belly be soft here, so that it is more easily able to receive the medicine of the forest's outflowing breath. See if your breath can reach down into the low belly, the hips, the pelvic floor, feeling your legs, your sit bones, your hips anchoring down, getting earthy, grounded, rooted. From your rooted sit bones, allow your spine to be like a stalk growing up to reach for the honeyed light of the sun. Allow your breath, your inner breeze to sway you in no particular pattern. Maybe you sway side to side or in little circles, maintaining the sensation of rootedness, of your crown reaching up to the sun and stars. Really let yourself get kind of creative with this. With the eyes closed, let the body tell you how it wants to move, how it wants to be swayed, how it wants to feel. If there's one spot that feels really good, allow yourself to linger there. Or maybe you want to be in constant motion, honoring whatever it is that your body is asking for in this moment, knowing it doesn't matter how it looks, just how it feels. Feeling as you move, how your breath moves, still allowing it to be an important part of this experience. Gently finding your way back to stillness, with your sit bones magnetizing down towards the center of the earth. Reach your arms up to the cosmos. Spread your fingers wide, and as much as you reach up and out, pull your arm bones down into the torso. Imagining you're like a tree, your arms like branches reaching for sunlight, yet they stay firmly connected to their central column, to their trunk, keeping the integrity of this trunk sturdy. Pulling your belly button in and up. Start to twist from this place at the core to your right. Right fingertips come to sprinkle down and root behind your right sit bones. Left fingertips reach up towards the sky before coming to rest gently just outside of that right knee. Gazing in the direction of your heart, or maybe all the way over that right shoulder, listening to the body. Notice how the breath moves through you here, how it might spiral gently up and down the body like a vine. With your next inhale, belly button to spine, reach both arms back up. Gently, slowly coming back to center. Inhale, rooting and rising. Exhale, gently twisting over to the left. Left fingertips root down. And exhale, that right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthening the crown of the head up, creating space. And exhale to settle, to root, to ground. If the eyes are closed, noticing what's going on inside, how you feel, what sensations are present. If the eyes are open, you can still notice these things, but maybe also noticing what you see. Observing the details and textures, the plays of light and shadow. With your next inhale, pulling the belly button in and up, reach your arms back up towards the sky, twisting back to center, connecting the palms of the hands above the head, and slowly bringing them to rest at the third eye, the center of the forehead. Maybe taking a moment to set an intention of connection to a particular tree or forest, to the wilderness within, bringing the hands to the heart, observing any sensations present here, and bringing the hands down to the earth, either in front of you or alongside the hips, taking a moment to send some gratitude, to send your vision of connection down to be received by the earth. When you're ready, finding your way onto hands and knees to tabletop position, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, and let the sit bones drag you back towards the heels, finding child's pose. Keeping the rest of the body as it is, you're going to gently bring the arms to rest alongside of the body instead of out in front of you. Coming to fallen leaf pose, letting yourself feel like a seed or a root ball. And with your next inhale, belly button pulled towards the spine, slowly rise up, sprouting, reaching, growing, lower legs rooted. Inhale, lengthening, reaching, and exhale to slowly lower back down, gliding gently like a leaf falling to the forest floor. We're going to do this a couple more times, feeling again like that promising seed. Slowly lift the arms and unfurl. Inhale, searching for light. Shoulder blades squeeze together and down. The heart searches for sunlight. And exhale, riding on the wind gently down to meet the forest floor. Really letting yourself drop here, really giving way to gravity, and feeling. With your next inhale, engage the arms, lifting them off the ground, lifting the hips, opening up like a flower, like a sprout. Feeling how the breath moves through your body. And exhale, sit bones move towards heels, gently gliding yourself back to fallen leaf. Engage the muscles in your upper arms, bringing the arms forward to child's pose. When they root, inhale to gaze up at the hands, lengthening the spine. Exhale, forehead meets the earth. Staying grounded through your hands, your knees and shins. Inhale to rise up to tabletop position. The elbows are pointing back. The arms arms and legs are sturdy, belly button to spine. Hands magnetizing towards knees ever so gently. Allow the weight to shift to the right hand. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sun. Noticing what you see past the fingertips. Inhale, lengthening up. And exhale. The back of the left hand comes to the earth and slides between right hand and right knee. Moving it all the way through, coming to rest on the left shoulder, the left temple. Reaching your right hand to the front of your mat. Spidering the fingertips down. The more you lean towards the left, the more sensation you'll feel. Observe how the breath moves here. Resting right here in this position, or if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, slowly shifting the weight to the left knee. And gently reaching your right heel up towards the sky, toes flexed, pinky toe pointing down towards the ground. If that leg is lifted slowly, with control, placing it back down to the earth, sliding right hand beneath right shoulder, lifting up, unfurling those fingertips of the left hand up towards the cosmos. And exhale, rooting both hands, both knees. Keeping your central column, your stock in integrity, let the sit bones drag you back to a child's pose. Resting the forehead on the ground, feeling the breath, the body, noticing what sensations are present here. Inhale, let the breeze sweep you up, rounding the spine, and exhale, tabletop. Weight shifts to the left hand, inhale, right fingertips reach up for sunlight. Feeling the sensations in the right hand. And exhale, the back of the hand gets swept by the breeze beneath left hand and left knee. Left fingertips crawl their way to the top of the mat, spidering them down, allowing the thumb and all the fingers pull in towards the center line, imagining them like roots, feeling the parts of your fingers that are connected to the earth. For a little more of a challenge, you can shift the weight to the right knee and slowly straighten the left leg, lifting it up towards the sky. Feeling that line of energy from the roots of your left fingertips through the branch of your left heel. Breathing down that line. With your next exhale, the left knee floats back to the ground. Left hand slides beneath left shoulder, and right hand reaches up, gazing past the fingertips, breathing from root of left hand through right fingertips, and exhale, right hand comes beneath right shoulder, and sit bones drag you back to a child's pose, to rest the forehead, the third eye onto the earth. Breathing, feeling, listening. Inhale, gazing up to the hands. And with your exhale, walking them over to the right. They can be on the mat or just outside. With your exhale, giving way to gravity. Allowing it to pull your heart, your forehead, your hands closer to the earth. Your left sit bone roots on your left heel. Your arms cross like the trees of an aspen grove. Breathing, feeling your internal wind weaving itself through the body. Inhale, gaze up at the hands, walking them through center to the other side. Right sit bone is now rooted onto the right heel. Right hand is now placed on top of the left. Feeling the breath moving between the right ribs. Feeling the slight contraction on the left side body. Feeling all the subtle conversations occurring within the body, beneath the body. Inhale, gazing up at the hands, walking them to center and rising to a tabletop. Mindfully shift yourself around as we are going to make our way into frog pose, facing the long end of the mat, perhaps rolling up your mat or placing a blanket beneath the knees, walking your knees out wide, flexing the feet. Knees and ankle are aligned with one another. The sit bones press back. The arms in front of you, maybe placing the forehead onto the thumbs or using a block. If this feels too intense, you can instead come onto your back and have one hand on each knee, opening the hips wide, like a reclined child's pose. Otherwise, marinating here, honoring and embodying the spirit of the frog, which can be found in sometimes the most unexpected of places, throughout the leaves of the forest floor, maybe in a small pocket of water that's still held in the branches of a great tree. If at any time this becomes too much, straighten the legs and walk the arms forward and lay on your belly. Otherwise, we're going to linger here a little while longer, embodying the aspect of the forest that is stillness and quietude. So for a few moments, marinating in the conversations and the subtle languages that are happening throughout the body, all around you, beneath you. Marinating in stillness. The ones that speak through the sense of smell, of touch, of energy. Slowly bringing yourself back, lifting the head, crawling the arms forward like a lizard, resting the hips on the floor, legs wide and straight, stacking the fists to rest the forehead, feeling the waves of sensation that move from that center of the hips. Feel free to linger here or slowly lift yourself up and come back to a seated position. Sit bones on the ground, knees bent, feet rooted, palms facing the sky as you roll vertebrae by vertebrae down to the ground, hugging in the knees, circling them in whatever fashion fits you right here, right now, listening to the body. How does it want to move? Feeling all the sensations and gently finding your way back to stillness. You stay hugged in as you open the arms out to the side and drop both knees over to the left. The arms can be out perpendicular to the body or bent at the elbows in a cactus fashion. Perhaps your gaze is up towards the forest canopy, or maybe it's to the right, really ringing out the spine, the stalk of you. Inhale, knees come up through center, belly button to spine. And exhale, the knees slowly drift to the right. Gazes up or to the left. That left shoulder stays rooted into the earth. Breathing, feeling. Slowly coming back to center. Hugging those knees in, curling in like a tight little seed. And unfurling your back to the earth. Soles of the feet meet and the knees open wide for a reclined butterfly pose. If you'd like to place blocks or folded up blankets beneath the knees to be a little more comfortable, now is the time to do so. Letting your shoulder blades reach together and down beneath you. That heart reaching up towards the sun. Allowing the eyes to gently close. Feeling your breath, the connection of your feet and toes, the spaces where the feet and toes aren't actually touching. How does it feel here? Feel free to stay like this for the entire rest of the practice, or feel free to straighten your legs at any time. Perhaps imagining what it's like to be a butterfly for a moment. Whatever colors come to mind, floating through the forest. Imagining yourself as the perceiving presence, as a witness. Imagine landing on a stump and observing the grain, the wood beneath your small feet. This next part is borrowed from the book The Overstory by Richard Powers. So noticing that grain beneath you, and as you stare at it, you realize suddenly that you are staring at the seasons, the pendulum of the year, the burst of spring and the unfolding fall, the beat of a 2/4 song recorded in a medium that the piece itself created. The grain wanders like ridges and ravines on a topo map. Pale rush forward, dark rushes back. You can map them, project their histories onto the woods plain, and still you find yourself to be illiterate. If you could read, if you could translate, you might then learn all about how the sun shone and the rain fell, and which way the wind had blown against its trunk, for how hard and for how long. You might be able to decode the vast projects that the soil organized, the murderous freezes, the sufferings and struggles, the shortfalls and surpluses, the attacks repelled, the years of luxury, the storms outlived, the sum of all the threats and chances that came from every direction, in every season this tree ever lived. Taking a big inhale, sighing it out, feeling back into your body, circling wrists and ankles, stretching long. When you're ready, rolling onto one side, with one hand onto the earth, feeling the hum and pulse beneath that hand, sending some gratitude and recognition for the continuity of your body and all the living beings beneath that hand of yours. Thank you. Slowly easing yourself back up into a seated position. Taking a glance around, noticing what you see. Maybe moving the body a little more, circling the shoulders. Finding yourself in a comfortable seat. With your next inhale, sweeping the arms up towards the canopy, connecting the palms, bringing them down past the forehead, the chin, down to the heart, bowing, humbling your heart and your brain to the earth. Thank you for being here, for showing up, for listening. Namaste.